Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in today to Izzy the Tech Guy. Today we'll be on our final lesson for Introduction to SQL. Our lesson today will be on case/if statements. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and hop into W3school and we'll go over these case statements. So I'm at the home page here at W3school. We'll go ahead and type in SQL tutorial, select our first option, and then scroll down all the way to the left. And then let's go ahead and select case statements. So case statements, if you're used to programming, they're kind of like if-else statements. The case expression goes, let's see what W3school says about that. The case expression goes through conditions and returns a value when the first condition is met. So once the condition is true, it's going to stop the rest of the case statements and return the results. If no conditions are true, then you'll have an else statement in there, hopefully, default to that. Again, like an if-else statement. So, or here, this is important. If there is no else part and no conditions are true, it returns null. So this is a syntax. So we want to say case. So that's kind of like the if. So when this condition, then here's the result. If that's not the case, then we'll go to the next statement. When condition number 2, then here's the next result. If that's not true, then it keeps going. And you have your else if like, hey, if all that doesn't happen, then just let's throw this in here. If you don't have an else statement, then it comes back no. So we'll be using our order details today for this example of the case statement. And here's the order details table. And let's go ahead and do the try it yourself. Let's go ahead and we'll look through this case statement and understand it. So basically this case statement, we're selecting the order ID, the quantity. Now we're going to have a case statement on the quantity. So what it reads is when the quantity is over 30, I want you to say the quantity is greater than 30. When the quantity is equal to 30, then the quantity is 30. If none of those two conditions don't happen, then the quantity is under 30. And as quantity text. So it's going to run this query. Okay, so we see here. Okay, we see here. Order ID 12. The quantity is under 30. Under 30. Right here, this should be greater than 30. 35. Do we have anything in the 30? That's what I'd like to see. Right here, the quantity is 30. So you see, this is how the case statement works. Now let's say, for instance, let's practice. Let's take the else statement out. So I'm going to take the else statement out. Run this query. Okay. So you see here, since our two conditions are greater than or equal to 30. First instance, let me come out here to scroll. First instance is 12, so our results come back as null. Second instance, same thing. Here it goes. 40 is greater than 30, so we get some type of results back. So that's how the case statement works. So let's see what else we can do with this case statement. So we can do this. When the quantity is greater than or equal to 30, then the quantity is 30 or more. Let's say it is at least 30. And then we'll just throw else here. So right here, put this in, and then put our end statement. So right here we have only one condition. Run this. And we see we took care of everything. The quantity is less than 30, the quantity is at least 30, the quantity is less than 30, is less than 30, it's at least 30, so it goes on. So let's see what else here. We can also do some ordering on the case statement. So let's do order by 2, no 3. And run that. So all the quantity is at least 30 shows up first. And again, we're doing the order, so it's looking at it by alphabetical order. See, the A is before the L, so that's why this one comes first. So you can do that. And also another thing you can do, you can do the count. Yeah, you can do, there's aggregate functions you can do on the case statement as well. I can wrap this around accounts, and then it's like, so I can be like, case, when it's greater than 30, then put a 1. Or if it's not, put a 0, and then just wrap it around account. And then I can go ahead and do like group it by order, something like that you could do. So the case statement ends up being exactly the same as a column, but with conditions. Okay, so let's go ahead and back here. Okay, we have here a case statement in the order by. So case, when the city is null, then country, else city. I like that. Let's try do the try ourselves. So basically what's going to happen here, run this here, and this is an example of having the case statement in the orders by statement. So whenever city is null, put the country. If city is not null, then put the city. So we're going through here. There's instances where this should be the same. I'm just looking for that instance. Okay. You know what? Instead of going through this, yeah, but no, this make I see what this. Okay, so the order by. So case, when city is null, then country, else city. So let's see where city. I'm just trying to find the instance where this is occurring. Okay, so there's no instance that this is really occurring, so that's why when I was scrolling through, I did not see that. Let's run SQL again. Okay. And you can have other things. We could do like case when what I'm doing here, I'm saying, hey, when the customer name starts with an A, then country, else city. Run that. So customer name's not A, so goes on and on here. So all these should be ordered by city. Where is the guy I'm looking for? This one right here. But it falls into Mexico, so it doesn't show it really. Let me try M, just to show you what's happening here. Okay, so we have it. So right here, we're doing the order by city. So all these cities are first. Where are you? So M. So you see here, perfect. So Montreal is not in the order of C, but since it starts with M, this individual's name starts with M, it's ordering it by Canada. And there's some other one, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Right here again. Since the name begins with M, it's ordering it by Germany. So that's how you put the order by clause. You put the case statement in the order by. Let's go back here. Okay, so there is no quiz, I believe, on this today. But yeah, so that's today's a quick lesson, case statement. So that's how you would do the case statement in the selects portion and how you do it in the order by. And again, this is a very powerful thing when you have certain values. You want to manipulate certain results based off of that value. That's when you mostly use a case statement. But I do see this used. This joins and aliases, I feel, are what's used almost every time I look at a query. So it's very important to get those three things down. Again, appreciate you guys sticking through all these episodes with us. And hopefully, guys, you appreciate this. And please share with your friends that are trying to learn SQL, and then like and comment. And have a good day.